Imagine that every day you give a child a piece of candy. You do it not only for your own joy, but also because you love seeing the radiant smile on the child's innocent face. Every time you appear, the child's eyes light up, and they rush toward you, smiling brightly and holding out their hand to receive the candy. You feel truly happy to be able to bring that small joy to them. But then one day, as you approach with the familiar smile on your face, you gently pat the child's head and say, "No candy today." The child stares at you for a moment, and suddenly you notice a complete change in their demeanor. The once joyful face now frowns, and the sparkling eyes now redden with anger. They begin to scream, accusing you of being stingy and mean. They might even run around telling everyone bad things about you, claiming that you broke your promise, that you were unfair. Have you ever been the candy giver in your own story? If so, you are not alone. When our kindness and generosity become too familiar, they can inadvertently be taken for granted, even seen as an obligation. And when we can no longer meet those expectations, gratitude can quickly turn into resentment. Sometimes, no matter how many good things you give, people only remember the one time you refused. Life is full of paradoxes and surprises. In this video, we will delve into why excessive kindness can sometimes backfire, and what the signs are that you might be overextending yourself in helping others. But first, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to you. If you find these insights helpful, please take a second to like and subscribe to the channel. Your support is a tremendous motivation for me to continue creating meaningful and valuable videos. And remember, don't miss a single moment of this video. Who knows, you might find the answers to your own questions and concerns, helping you adjust how you give and receive so that your kindness is always appreciated and not taken advantage of. In life, we often encounter difficult situations and unfortunate lives that need help. Compassion drives us to reach out, wanting to ease their pain. However, sometimes our help unintentionally creates dependence, making the recipients unable to stand on their own feet. That is when we need to understand that assistance coupled with wisdom brings much more lasting and meaningful value. Imagine you come across a beggar, starving by the side of the road. You could easily give them a loaf of bread to satisfy their immediate hunger. But can you do that every day, every week, every month? And does that help truly solve their problem, or is it just a temporary solution, making them increasingly dependent on the kindness of others? Instead of simply giving material things, consider giving them a fishing rod instead of a fish. Help them find stable employment, teach them a new skill, or support them in accessing educational and training resources. By doing so, you not only help them overcome immediate difficulties, but also equip them with the tools to build a better life for themselves. A prime example is the story of a charity organization that built a school in a poor rural area. Instead of merely providing food and clothing for the children, they created a learning environment, giving the children access to knowledge and self-development. As a result, these children not only escaped poverty, but also confidently stepped into life, becoming useful citizens of society. Help accompanied by wisdom benefits not only the recipient, but also helps the giver grow and develop. When we take the time and effort to understand the circumstances of others, we gain deeper insight into life and the challenges others face. From there, we learn how to help more effectively, avoid mistakes, and create truly positive changes. Moreover, helping others develop their potential brings us deep joy and satisfaction. When we witness those we have helped overcome difficulties and achieve success, we feel proud and happy to have contributed a small part to that change. Therefore, always remember that when helping others, use your wisdom to find the best way. Don't just solve the immediate problem, but help them develop the ability to solve their own problems in the future. By doing so, you not only provide meaningful help, but also plant the seeds of confidence, independence, and success in those around you. Furthermore, each person must learn their own lessons, for the universe is always fair in arranging challenges and opportunities for everyone. The difficulties we face are not random. They are the result of the choices and actions we have made. These are the paths we must traverse to grow and mature. Each challenge is a test that life puts before us to help us become stronger and to learn from our own mistakes and successes. If we do not allow others to experience and learn from those challenges on their own, but instead feel the need to intervene, overhelp, or even live their lives for them, how can they ever overcome the valuable lessons life has to offer? Over-intervening not only robs them of the opportunity to learn, but also makes them dependent, weak, and lacking in confidence when facing real difficulties. Each person needs to stumble to get back up and to find their own way forward. That is the only way they can truly understand the value of patience, perseverance, and courage. Every lesson that life presents is designed to be within each person's capacity. No one is faced with challenges beyond their ability, and no one can escape the trials that life brings. These challenges, no matter how difficult, are valuable lessons that each person needs to go through to advance further on their path of personal development. Sometimes the best thing we can do is take a step back, allowing them to face their difficulties, to stumble, and to rise again on their own. That is how they learn, grow, and become stronger. Trust that no matter how rocky the road they walk, or how tough the challenges they face, the universe has already prepared suitable lessons for them to overcome. No lesson is in vain, and no experience is redundant. Every stumble brings an opportunity to learn, and every failure holds a valuable lesson about patience, determination, and resilience. Therefore, let each person face their own challenges, give them the chance to learn, to grow, and to discover the hidden strength within themselves. We cannot live their lives for them, but we can stand by their side, cheering them on and supporting them when necessary. Believe that each person has the capacity to overcome their own challenges, and that the universe is always fair in assigning lessons appropriate to each individual. By doing so, they will become stronger, more mature, and ready to face whatever life may bring. Additionally, kindness should also be given wisely and with limits. Excessive or overly frequent help not only exhausts you, but can also unintentionally devalue the assistance, potentially causing harm to both the giver and the receiver. Imagine you are a kind-hearted friend, always ready to help those around you. You might spend hours listening to your friends' worries, help colleagues finish their work, or even sacrifice your personal time to support your family members. Initially, people will appreciate and value your help. But over time, they may start to take it for granted, seeing it as your responsibility. They might begin to abuse your kindness, demanding more and more without expressing gratitude or appreciation for what you have done. This situation not only leaves you feeling exhausted and drained, but also diminishes your value in the eyes of others. They may start to view you as someone who is too easygoing, always willing to do everything for others without expecting anything in return. They may lose respect for you and even exploit you to achieve their own goals. Not only that, excessive help can also harm the recipient. When you are always there to solve every problem for them, they won't have the opportunity to learn, grow, and face challenges on their own. They may become passive, dependent, and lose their ability to be self-reliant. A typical example is the story of a mother who overprotects her child, She does everything for the child, from household chores to schoolwork, not allowing the child to lift a finger. As a result, the child grows up lacking confidence, not knowing how to solve problems, and always needing help from others. Another example is the story of a manager who always does his employees' work for them. He fears that if he delegates tasks, the employees won't perform well, affecting the overall outcome. However, this approach makes his employees passive, lacking creativity, and unmotivated to develop. Therefore, remember that helping others is a noble act, but do so wisely and in moderation. Sometimes the best way to help is to step back, allowing them to experience, learn, and grow. Give them the opportunity to discover their own abilities, to face challenges, and to find their own solutions. Set clear boundaries in helping others. Don't let your kindness be taken advantage of. Know when to say no, and don't be afraid to ask for a fair return for what you've given. Remember that you have your own life, with your own goals and dreams. Don't sacrifice too much for others and forget about yourself. Spend time on what you love, on personal growth, and on the important relationships in your life. By knowing when to stop and helping in a smart way, you not only protect yourself from being exploited and exhausted, but also help others grow and develop. That is the true form of help, providing long-term value for both the giver and the receiver. And finally, there is a bitter truth that we cannot deny. People often lack gratitude. Human nature is inherently self-serving, sometimes even unconsciously. This is an inseparable part of survival instincts. When you help someone, they may express gratitude at the moment, but the memory of that help will quickly fade or be taken for granted. They may not feel indebted to you, and they might not reciprocate when you are in need. Understanding this truth is not to sow pessimism or make you lose faith in humanity, but to help you live a happier and more peaceful life. When you accept that gratitude is not always reciprocated, you will no longer place too many expectations on others, and you won't feel disappointed or hurt when they fail to meet your expectations. Help others simply because you want to, because it makes you happy. Don't seek recognition or praise from anyone. When your help comes from a sincere heart, without ulterior motives, that is the most perfect kind of help. Conversely, if you help others while expecting something in return, you will be drawn into the games of the mind, of the ego, and in the end, you will be the one who suffers. Let your kindness shine like the sun, warming everyone without demanding anything in return. In doing so, you will find true joy in giving, and your soul will always be filled with peace and happiness. Having explored the reasons why we shouldn't help others excessively, let's now move on to a new, perhaps more challenging but equally realistic part. 10 types of people we shouldn't help. These are individuals who might take advantage of your kindness, hurt you, or even drag you into unnecessary trouble. Let's delve into this together to protect ourselves and use our kindness more wisely. You should not help people who constantly complain, because doing so not only fails to produce positive results, but can also create negative dependency and prolong the negative state they are experiencing. People who often complain tend to focus on problems rather than finding solutions, viewing everything through a negative lens, and this can affect you as well. They continually lament the difficulties in their lives, blame circumstances, or find fault with others, but rarely take proactive steps to change or improve their situation. When you help them, you may inadvertently reinforce their habit of relying on others and waiting for external assistance, instead of encouraging them to stand up and face challenges with their own strength. This not only wastes your valuable time and energy, but also hinders their development of problem-solving skills. Over time, your help can become a burden, as they keep coming back with new complaints, showing no signs of making any effort to change. Listening to too many complaints can also negatively affect your mood and mental well-being, leaving you feeling drained and frustrated. Therefore, sometimes the best thing you can do is to listen without intervening, allowing them to realize that only proactive actions and changes from within can help them escape their current situation. Give them the space to experience, stumble, and rise on their own, because only then can they truly grow and find their way out. Refusing to help at the wrong time is not a lack of compassion. In fact, you are helping them become more self-reliant, encouraging them to develop their own problem-solving abilities and become stronger in life. Secondly, helping lazy people can be a counterproductive action, as such help not only fails to encourage them to change, but may also unintentionally reinforce their lazy habits and lack of responsibility. Lazy people often tend to avoid work, lack the motivation to put in the effort to achieve what they want, and frequently try to take advantage of others' kindness to achieve their goals without having to strive on their own. They may come up with countless excuses to justify their lack of initiative, and if you continually support them, they will have no motivation to change. They will easily fall back into their habit of relying on others to do things for them, and as a result, they will make no progress themselves. Moreover, when you help lazy people, you not only diminish their self-motivation, but also create a vicious cycle where they constantly rely on your assistance instead of learning to be self-reliant. This can lead to increasing dependency, making them more passive and less capable of facing life's challenges. Continuous help can make them feel that they don't need to strive on their own, as there is always someone else to do it for them. They may fail to recognize the value of hard work and personal effort, and this can negatively impact their future. Furthermore, this kind of help can leave you feeling exhausted and drained. You will constantly face their demands and never-ending requests without seeing any improvement. This can make you feel taken advantage of and unappreciated, leading to an imbalance in the relationship and possibly causing unnecessary tension. Therefore, instead of unconditionally supporting lazy people, encourage them to stand on their own and face the challenges of life. Help them understand that success doesn't come from relying on others, but from continuous effort and a strong work ethic. When they learn to take responsibility for their own lives, they will become more independent, appreciate what they achieve through their own efforts, and develop a more positive work attitude. Self-reliance and a strong work ethic are essential qualities for a person to grow and succeed in life. When you help them realize this, you not only help them break free from lazy habits, but also open up a new path for them where they can build their lives with their own hands and efforts. Only then will your help truly bring long-lasting and sustainable value, helping them become responsible individuals capable of facing any challenge in life. Thirdly, you should not help those who frequently blame others, as your assistance may unintentionally encourage them to continue this negative habit. People who habitually place blame often lack the ability to self-reflect and take responsibility for their actions in various situations. They easily shift the blame onto others or their circumstances whenever they encounter difficulties, rather than standing up to face and resolve the issues themselves. This not only hinders their development of problem-solving skills, but also makes them more dependent on others to escape from problems. When you continually help them, you may enable them to avoid responsibility, as they know there is always someone ready to rescue them from difficult situations. As a result, they will have no motivation to change themselves or develop the necessary skills to face challenges in life. This not only keeps them stagnant, but can also leave you feeling exhausted and drained from bearing responsibilities that aren't yours. You may feel taken advantage of, when the person repeatedly makes the same mistakes without any intention of improving. Instead of offering unconditional help, encourage them to confront the issues they are facing on their own. Help them understand that taking responsibility and finding solutions for themselves is the only way to truly change and progress. Independence and the ability to acknowledge mistakes not only help them develop sustainably, but also make them stronger and more confident in life. Refusing to help them in situations where they need to take responsibility may be difficult, but it is the best way for them to learn how to face reality and develop the crucial skills needed for their future. In life, kindness and assistance are valuable qualities that people extend to each other to create a connected and humane society. However, not everyone appreciates the good things they receive from others. For this reason, you should not help ungrateful people, as your help may not only be wasted but could also lead to feelings of disappointment, hurt, and even a loss of faith in kindness and decency. Ungrateful people are often those who do not appreciate what others do for them and fail to recognize the value of the support they receive. They can easily forget the help they have been given, treating it as something that is simply expected without showing any gratitude or appreciation. This happens because, in their perception, receiving help is a right, an entitlement that they do not need to repay. They fail to see the effort, time, and energy others have put into helping them overcome difficulties or achieve something. When you help ungrateful people, they won't feel they owe you anything. They won't feel the need to reciprocate or express gratitude because, in their eyes, your help is just a part of life, nothing more. They will continue to ask for more from you, with no intention of offering support when you need it. This ingratitude not only diminishes the value of the good deeds you have done, but can also hurt you emotionally. Specifically, helping ungrateful people can lead to feelings of disappointment and a loss of faith in kindness and decency. When you realize that your efforts are not acknowledged, you may feel like everything you've done is meaningless. This disappointment can make you more hesitant to help others, even causing you to question whether your kindness still holds any value. You might become more skeptical and cautious in your relationships, always fearing that you will be taken advantage of again and not be properly appreciated. Moreover, ingratitude can create a negative cycle in the relationship between you and the person you helped. As they continue to make demands, and you increasingly feel tired and unappreciated, that relationship will become strained and difficult to maintain. This not only affects your emotional and mental well-being, but can also strain social relationships, leaving you feeling isolated and disconnected. Therefore, instead of wasting your time and effort helping ungrateful people, you should focus on supporting those who truly appreciate and need help. Grateful people will not only acknowledge your help, but can also become a source of motivation for you to continue spreading kindness within the community. When you help those who are grateful, you will feel happier and more fulfilled, knowing that your help has real value and is appreciated. Grateful people often do not keep their appreciation to themselves, but express it through their actions and words. They are willing to reciprocate by helping others or supporting you when you are in need. This gratitude creates a chain of good deeds, spreading a spirit of mutual support within society. This not only brings joy and happiness to both the giver and the receiver, but also fosters a more united society where everyone values one another. Furthermore, helping those who are grateful allows you to build strong, lasting relationships. When both sides know how to appreciate and support each other, the relationship becomes more connected, fostering trust and deep affection. These relationships not only provide emotional value, but also offer additional motivation and support in your life. Finally, when you choose to help those who appreciate it, you contribute to building a better society. Every good deed has the power to inspire others and create a ripple effect. When people appreciate and reciprocate the help they receive, society becomes more friendly and united. It is a society where kindness is not taken for granted, but is always celebrated and encouraged. Finally, you should not help those who lie, because your assistance can unintentionally reinforce their dishonest habits and encourage them to continue deceiving others. Lies are often a means to avoid responsibility or gain personal benefits without facing consequences. Those who frequently lie not only lack responsibility, but also are unwilling to accept the truth. When you help them without recognizing their true nature, you may become part of their deceit, diminishing the value of your assistance and potentially causing harm to others that you did not foresee. Deceptive behavior often carries negative consequences, not just for the person directly deceived, but also for the broader community. When you help a person who lies, you may unintentionally enable them to cause greater harm to others. Lies can lead to loss, misunderstandings, and the breakdown of relationships between people. Therefore, helping someone who lies is not only a futile act, but can also weaken your trust in people and relationships. Helping someone who lies not only wastes your time and effort, but can also make you feel exploited when you realize that your trust has been abused. When you discover that your support has been misused, you may feel hurt and lose faith in your own kindness. This affects not only your trust in that person, but also makes you more cautious with those around you. You might start questioning the motives of others when they need help, making it difficult for you to open up and support those who genuinely need your assistance. Dishonesty destroys the foundation of any relationship, as all strong relationships are built on mutual trust. When you help someone who lies, you may inadvertently encourage them to continue this behavior, harming not only yourself but also others. Moreover, once the truth is revealed, you could be implicated, seen as an accomplice or enabler of dishonest behavior, even if that was never your intention. Instead of helping those who are dishonest, focus your assistance on those who deserve it, people who live with integrity and appreciate the support they receive. Genuine help only truly holds meaning when it is given to trustworthy individuals who will use it to create something better for themselves and the community. When you support honest and grateful people, you not only help them overcome difficulties, but also spread the values of honesty and sincerity within society. This benefits not only the person being helped, but also brings you happiness and fulfillment, knowing that your kindness has been rightly placed. Kindness, compassion, and helping others are noble qualities that make up the beauty of the human soul. However, like anything good in life, kindness also needs its limits. Imagine kindness as a refreshing stream. If left unchecked, it can turn into a flood, sweeping away everything, including yourself. Don't let your kindness be exploited and turn into harm for yourself. When you're always ready to help without boundaries, others may start taking your help for granted. They might demand more and more, without any gratitude or appreciation for what you've done. This not only diminishes the value of kindness, but can also leave you exhausted, wasting time and energy without receiving the deserved reciprocation. Furthermore, being overly kind can hinder others from growing and taking responsibility for their own lives, making them dependent on you. Therefore, learn to balance kindness with self-protection. Helping others is wonderful, but do it intelligently and in moderation. Sometimes the best way to help is to step back, let them face difficulties on their own, learn from their mistakes, and mature. Give them a fishing rod, not a fish. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We hope that these insights have helped you understand the importance of setting boundaries and kindness. Always remember, you deserve to be loved and respected, and your kindness should be met with gratitude and appreciation. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more valuable content. Let's spread this positive message together so that kindness always shines and is not exploited, and we can build a society full of love and genuine sharing.